Hi, I'm Chandan from Shakudo. We have seen a marked shift in the way companies handle their customer support chat. They are leveraging AI significantly now. A common challenge that has emerged, however, in this process is how do you ensure your AI chatbot gives consistent and quality responses to customers? Imagine you are Tech Gadgets Inc. and an electronics retailer. You're building a customer support chatbot, but you need to, test that it works across different scenarios. Compare multiple AI models like GPT, Claude, different versions. Ensure that the responses meet the quality standards. And this is where exactly Promptfoo comes in. It's a tool for evaluating and comparing LLM prompts systematically. Shakudo, as you know, is an operating system for data and AI. It brings together 250 plus best-in-class components in one secured environment. No DevOps, no AI ops or ML ops, no server management, just tools that work. Promptfoo is available as a component on Shakudo. Let's look at this particular scenario and see how Promptfoo on Shakudo can be useful. But our objective is to compare different models for specific scenario of customer support. The chat that comes in customer support. So here, if you see, I have created something. So I want to evaluate for this purpose. I want to evaluate four different models: Anthropic's Claude 3 Haiku, Anthropic's Claude 3 Opus, GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4. These might be old models, but should be good enough for the demo. In the API key section, so from here I have given the API keys that are there. I have added a prompt. So what I want to do is, sorry, let's look at this prompt. So I have instructed that you are a professional customer support agent for Tech Gadgets, an electronic retailer. And I have asked it to respond to the customer query, and I want it to be within 2, 3 sentences and actionable. Customer query is something that will be a variable. Now I have added test cases. So here I have taken different test cases which will cover say, angry customers demanding refunds, product questions, technical support requests, warranty inquiries. So I have taken different scenarios and I have created different test cases for that. So let's look at this one. So here what I have done is that I put a customer query sample over here and I said that I have also put what are the condition in which the responses to be evaluated. So it should contain sorry, refund. So I've created, such scenarios. And then we have the YML file where everything comes together. Now let's run the evaluation. So I have collected and this is running live. And this is where we see that, the four models that we wanted. So it starts with giving some stats on top in terms of how the performance was comparing them. And here, if you look at it, so Claude 3 Haiku, it performed the best out of 8 cases that I had defined. In 6, it did well, it passed. Whereas Turbo, GPT 3.5 Turbo did out 5 out of 8. GPT-4 was 5 out of 8. Claude 3 Opus was 4 out of 8, right? And here, if you look at it, here in fine prints, if you can see this, you'll see that the asserts are 9.9 out of 11 have passed. Average latency is 8 minutes. So in these, you'll see that average tokens used is also given. The cost is also given. So you can compare all of these, right? GPT gives all these data. So, you can compare all the four models and then you can get into each and every scenario, the questions the prompts that were there. What was the response? What is the past? What happened? And like this, you can compare them side by side. You can look at them. So this becomes, not only in terms of the insights that you get, but also they are all the UX is very friendly. It's all side by side. So you can compare it, you can work on it. Now let's say that I want to change. Let's see if we can change a bit. So in the prompt, what I want to do is instead of 2, 3 sentences, I want to do it in 50 words. So this is something that I've done that I just wanted to be in 50 words. And now let's see how the results change, if there is any change. So here, if you now see, GPT-4 did the best. 6 out of 8 cases were passed, so it has 75%. But Claude 3 Haiku, which was doing well earlier, is now only 3 out of it, 37.5% passing. Right. And again, you have all the data, everything is side by side. So we see that, this shows how we can iterate our prompts and instantly see the impact across all models and scenarios, which helps us to do it better. So, the question is, what makes Promptfoo on Shakudo so powerful? So I think the first is there is an unified AI ecosystem. Your LLM API keys, test data, models are already connected. You don't have to worry about credentials, environmental setup. Everything lives in one secured environment, right? At one place. The second is this is zero DevOps friction. We just tested 32 scenarios in 30 seconds and iterated it live. There were no servers to provision, no dependencies to manage, no infrastructure headache. Third, the third point is you have enterprise grade security by default. Your prompt and API keys stay secure within your perimeter. Production ready with audit logs and access controls built in, right? With all the governance that you might want. So we see that Promptfoo brings systematic prompt testing. Shakudo brings enterprise infrastructure. Together, you validate minutes instead of days, right? Which makes it very helpful. Thank you.